Hello and welcome back to Beboss Kitchen, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, how about clicking on the subscription button? Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and don't forget to click the notification bell. For those of you who have always followed me or have been following me, you know it has been quite a while since I've produced a video. I have been having an issue with my right eye. I've been on some medication that really fatigues me. I am still on it. I am sort of out of breath as I'm speaking to you. I've not been able to make any videos. I have done it I think I've cooked twice since I made a video. I just don't have the strength to hold out to do anything really that exerts any energy. But I want to try to make a dish for you. It's another one of the videos that I watched of the foreign people. It doesn't have a name. It has a pork fillet, and it really looked good, and I thought I might try to give this a try. It doesn't look to be real involved, and so I'm going to give it an effort. But I do want to kind of give you an update on what's happening with me. Since I last videoed, you know, I have been a widow for 8 years, and I started seeing an old classmate of mine. His wife passed away with cancer, and he actually is a relative of my daughter-in-law. He's her great uncle. But we went to school together and graduated and went separate ways and had no contact with each other for many years. But anyway, long story short, we started seeing each other and we've gotten married. So I now have a husband. But anyway, I'm very happy, and I hope one day that he will be here and I can introduce him to you. He actually is retired, but he has a sawmill and does some custom sawing, and that's where he's at right now. But as far as my eye, I go back to the doctor this Thursday. The last time I saw him, like I stated in the last video that I did, he told me my eye was much worse, and so they have extended my medication for another round. I was so hoping to get off of it. I've lost quite a bit of weight because of the medication. It causes a loss of appetite. Of course, I could stand to lose a few pounds, but I've lost quite a bit, and it has had several side effects that has affected me. But I go back to him on Thursday. My eye still is not completely back. I don't know what he's going to tell me. I hope and pray that he takes me off of this medication, but I don't know if he will or not. He may have to do injections in my eye. I just don't know. Tomorrow I will be going back to Jacksonville to the plastic surgeon. I will be seeing him about scar tissue that's in the left side where I had the infection after the reconstruction surgery following my mastectomy. And I'm going to talk with him about having the scar tissue removed, or he talked about releasing it. I'm hoping that he can just remove it. I don't know. But anyway, that's an appointment tomorrow. So I've had a lot going on. I haven't just been sitting twiddling my thumbs, but I really have just not been up to making videos. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to get started now, and I want to show you the list of ingredients to make this dish, and I want to get started with it. I will have to complete this tomorrow because you marinate the meat, and it doesn't marinate for a real long time. Excuse me. But I'm going to just go ahead and prepare my meat and let it marinate overnight. And when I get back from the doctor tomorrow, then I'll prepare this dish. So I will see you I'm going to go ahead and cut it up and show you how I do that. And then I will complete it tomorrow. So see you in a bit. You will need a pork fillet, cabbage, potatoes, garlic, onion, carrots, soy sauce, vegetable oil, black pepper, salt, Italian seasoning, marjoram, and parsley. Okay, the first thing, I will just slice the onion, cut it up to go in with my meat to marinate. Now to this, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Some Italian seasoning, some marjoram or marjoram, I'm not sure, I guess you'd say marjoram, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And now I'm going to take my filet and I'm going to peel this skin off. Okay, I'm just going to cut this into chunks. Already rinsed my meat off. The recipe, actually, the way they showed it was with 2 fillets, but I'm only doing the 1 because that's what I had, and I didn't need no great big bunch of food cooked up, because this will make quite a bit by the time you get all the vegetables done with it. Okay. And so now I'm just going to toss this all together really well. And I'll cover this with saran wrap, put it in the fridge. The recipe says for about 30 or 40 minutes, but it will not hurt anything to let it sit overnight, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'll put this in the refrigerator and let it marinate, and I will be back tomorrow when I get home from the doctor, and I will finish the recipe. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm back the following day, and the first thing that I'm going to do now is to chop my cabbage. You want to take a medium cabbage and you want to chop it finely. It's going to go on a baking sheet. I have actually lined my baking sheet with foil. It doesn't show that in the video. It's just on the baking sheet. But for the sake of cleanup, I'm going to add foil to mine. And I will add vegetable oil to the baking sheet. So it doesn't tell you how much. It just looked to be about that much, which I would say is probably about maybe 1.5 tablespoons. And then you just want to spread your oil out on the baking sheet, distribute it out. My doctor's visit went real well with the plastic surgeon. They're going to do surgery on me June the 19th to release the scar tissue. And hopefully that will give me relief of the discomfort that it causes. And I'll be seeing the eye doctor, and I really hope and pray that the eye doctor is going to take me off of the medication. I had an episode this morning. My heart rate went to like 110 and my blood pressure was 70 something over 51, I think. It was very low. I could barely go. Okay. You just want to take a medium cabbage. This one is kind of, it's not real dense, but I think it'll be enough. And you just want to slice it very thinly. I think what I'm going to do is cut this piece in half. And it will be easier to manage. I'm going to go ahead and spread this on my pan, just to get it out of my way. My husband brought a hive of bees over here to the house from his place, and so I will have honeybees that will be pollinating from the flowers and the different blossoms in my yard, which is going to be wonderful. He has honeybees on his property, and the honey is really delicious. I have no idea how this will taste. It looks really good, so I'm hoping that it will be good. And I did not have in my intro with the ingredients list, but you also need a red bell pepper. Okay, these carrots, my husband grew these in his little garden. Well, it's not a little garden, it's a rather big garden. But he grew these carrots, and so you want to slice your carrots, and I will be adding these to the cabbage. I'm going to slice them fairly thin. Now I'm going to add salt and pepper to this. And vegetable oil. Just kind of drizzle it over. I suppose you could probably use olive oil. That's probably what I should have used, but it called for just vegetable oil. So. And now I will add my meat mixture to the top of this. It smells good. That meat has been marinating for a while, so it smells scrumptious. You will take and mix this all together real well. I'm just going to use my hands. I think it'll be a lot easier than trying to do it with a spoon or a spatula. You just kind of want to toss it all together. Dump it in the floor, and then your cleanup crew comes and cleans it up for you. That would be Pepper doing that for me down there. Okay, now I'm going to cover this with foil, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. So I'm going to go wash my hands, come back and cover it with foil. Okay. I'm going to cover this and close it up tightly. Okay, I'm going to set this in the oven now, set my timer for 25 minutes, and then I will be back. Okay, I've peeled my potatoes and I've actually gone ahead and quartered these. The smaller ones I cut in half, but the larger potatoes like this I quartered. So I'm going to put these on to cook. These will be served as a side dish. So I'm going to salt these and cook them. I'm going to take a red bell pepper. I did not mention this in the ingredients list, but you will need a red bell pepper. And I'm going to slice this. I actually am going to cut mine in half and stand it and slice. I also did not mention that you will need paprika. When I was reviewing the video, I saw where they were using paprika. Okay, I'm going to cut up an onion. My timer has gone off, and so now I'm going to take the foil off of my meat and cabbage combination and bake it again with the foil off. Let's see. I'll bake it for 15 more minutes. So I'm going to go take the foil off and then I'll be back to slice the onion. I decided to bring it in so that you can see how it looks when I take the foil off of it. Oh, it smells good. Okay, now I'll put this back in the oven for 15 minutes, uncovered, and let it continue to bake. Okay, now I'm just going to slice the onion. Okay, now I'm going to add some more vegetable oil to fry my onion in. I'm just going to bring my cutting board over. I'm going to fry these for a couple of minutes. I can really tell that I'm sort of winded. I tell you, this is no fun to not be able to hold out to do anything. It's terrible. I don't mean to complain. It could be much worse than this, but it's very frustrating. Okay, now I'll add my peppers to that. I'm going to salt this. And fry it over medium heat for 3 to 5 minutes. And I have my heat turned down to medium, so 3 to 5 minutes of cooking. Okay, I'm going to take these up. Now I'm going to crush and chop my garlic. Now I also neglected to say that you need butter, but you've got to overlook me. I've got one eye, which is this one, and half cents, so literally I cannot see well out of this eye, but that doesn't excuse this. But you're going to take, I've got about 2.5 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to melt that in my pan. I'm using the same pan that I fried my onion and peppers in. I'm going to drain my potatoes while this finishes melting, and I'm going to add my garlic to this butter and saute that for just a minute. Turn my heat back down on it. You don't want to saute it too long. Okay, and now to that, I'm going to add, I'm using smoked Spanish paprika. So I'm just going to sprinkle some in on it. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks okay. And now I will take the potatoes and place them in to just cook these. You don't want to cook your potatoes to death. You don't want them to be like mush. I don't know exactly how long I cooked these. I had them on kind of a low temperature, and I would say probably about 15 minutes. They were at a low temp. Once they started to cook, I turned the temperature down. My husband is at his sawmill sawing some lumber, and so he will not get to try this today. We go to church tonight, and then we'll be taking, it's a missionary, to dinner after church. So my son and I will do a taste test, and then Ashley, I'm going to fix him a plate. Of course, I'll save some for Clayton to have maybe tomorrow. He really hasn't had much of my cooking. Like I said earlier, I think I've cooked twice. I just simply, I get so wiped out, I can't hold out to cook. So we've done a lot of eating out, which I never have done that. I've always cooked at home and ate at home, even when it was just me. Okay, I think my potatoes are done. Okay, and now I'll add the onion and peppers back to the potatoes. Oh, that looks and smells so good. Okay, so that is complete. And now I will dip up some and do a taste test for you. Okay, now for a taste test. I'm going to dip some up and give this a try. This smells really, really good. I'm going to start with some of the cabbage and the carrots. That's really delicious. Let me try my meat. That is full of flavor. The meat's very, very tender. Let me go ahead and cut some of my potato. Give that a try. I feel like I'm kind of losing my touch here. It's been so long since I've made a video. But here's potato, pepper, and cabbage. This is really good. The meat. My goodness. I think my letting this marinate overnight just enhanced the flavors in that. That is really good. I think when my new husband gets home, when he gets to try this dish, I think he's going to be very pleased. I know I am. It's really delicious. The cabbage is very full of flavor with all the onions and the spices, the soy sauce, all of that combined. It is absolutely delicious. Another great way to cook cabbage. It's not overdone. Just the way I love cabbage. I do not want my cabbage mushy. If you like yours mushy, you'll have to cook it longer. But it cooked for 45 minutes, I think, total. And it's perfect. The carrots are really good. They're not overdone. They got texture to them, which I also like that. And those carrots are so good. They are so sweet. They're like they've been sweetened in sugar. I'm going to have one more piece of meat, and then I'm going to close this video out. Can you tell I'm hungry? Man, that's good. I can't get over how tender that meat is. I really think I could cut it with my fork. It's super, super tender. Oh yeah, I could. Very tender. Well, I'm going to wrap it up at that. I'm really tired. I really appreciate all you guys that have stood behind me, supporting me, and not walking away. I don't know how soon I will do another video. I'm telling you, I do hope that doctor will tell me that I can come off of this medication. It's been awful. But anyway, I've got to do what I can do to try to save the sight in my eye. I don't know what he's going to do, but we'll see. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support. I love all of you. I have missed being here. I truly have missed being here. So until the next time, I pray that the Lord will bless and keep you and your family safe. I will post this recipe below in the description box. And until the next time, you take care, and I will see you really soon, I hope. But for now, this is B-Boss saying, see you later. Bye.